Now, let's switch focus to talk about the Black Stars now. Now, Chris Hughton is said to be unveiled as Black Stars coach on Monday. Now, yesterday he was in town. He attended the funeral rite of the late Christian Achu. What should we expect, James, during the unveiling in terms of the contract that will be given to him by the GFA?
Not a lot of drama, I hope. I mean, it should just be a solemn ceremony. He tells us his plans for the Black Stars and Ghanaian football as a whole.
Yeah.
He says the right things and then tells us the thought process behind his squad selection.
Yeah.
That's what I expect from the unveiling and press conference.
You want to hear the truth?
That's all you expect?
That's all I expect.
Okay, Theophilus.
For me, I don't expect anything extraordinary. I think it's going to be the normal unveiling ceremony and stuff. I just want to have a very, particular look at the contract details.
Of course.
I want to see the duration of the contract. I want to see the incentives in the contract as well, And I want to see the goal or the main our mission for him, because I want us to have a realistic target. Just like I said last week, I don't want us to build castles in the sky, because for all these years we believe in our minds that we are African football powerhouses.
Yeah.
But at this moment, I history, because when you look at the likes of Senegal, Morocco, even Nigeria, these countries are a little bit ahead of us now.
Yeah.
And if you're going to give him the task to win the next AFCON, which is probably about a year away, it is not going to be realistic, because the likes of Morocco, Algeria, Senegal, they've been using years to prepare their national teams for this assignment. So for me, I think the main task should be being able to form in a formidable team that can contest, maybe get to the semi-final in the next AFCON or maybe the other one.
Yeah.
So I don't really want us to have too much of expectations. That's in go and win the AFCON and come. No. Let's be limited in our approach.
But in terms of contract issues that will be given to him, what contract maybe should we expect?
For me, I
maybe
think
2 year, a 2 year deal, maybe a 3 year deal.
2 years. 2 years is too short. Maybe 3 years should be fine.
I think 4.
You think 4?
So 3 or 4 years should be fine. Let's give him ample time. To access the team properly. Come up. I think we appointed him because we believe in his playing system, his philosophy. Let's give him ample time to implement his footprints on the team, or else we are going to still waste our money and come back to square zero. Understand? So let's give him enough time. 3 or 4 years is fine.
4 for 4 for
Hughton.
Charlie, Chris Hughton.
Yeah,
I think he's a good coach. We all know his pedigree. But I'll be very much happy to see much from Chris Hughton, because during the time of Otuado, we never saw the sort of hidden agenda that he has for the team. He was kind of a little bit slow in his delivery. It was Otto, though Otto was the man at that time. But I was expecting that, since he was a backup coach, I was expecting him to do something extraordinary. But we never saw that.
Yeah.
That is why we got eliminated from the initial game that we just that was held.
Yeah.
So if I will be expecting something great from Hughton, then this is the time. That hidden thing that he decided to hide it from us.
Let go.
Yeah, this is the time for us to see more. Okay, we're expecting him to deliver very, 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 very well, because it's been a long time and we haven't been able to have access to the trophy, both the World Cup and the African Cup as well. So this is the ample time for him, and if he's able to do it, he will be part of those African coaches, especially in Ghana, Ghanaian coaches who have been able to take the Black Stars to that level. So the expectation, I think it's 50-50. We are not expecting that much, because if we try to put much pressure, that is where the problem comes.
Yeah, of course. That's where I think we need to educate Ghanaians on the pressure on the coach.
Yeah.
Expectations. We should lower our expectations for Chris Hughton. Or what do you think?
That's why there's a need for us to give him enough time.
Yeah.
Like 4 years contract deal, so he'll be able to plan. Because new guys needs to come in. Yeah. Old ones needs to drop out.
Yeah.
So how is he going to emerge all these things? So I think it's a long-term plan. It's not just a short-term. So we should. I'm happy that he's the one controlling the game now. That hidden thing that we couldn't see him much. I saw him. During the time of Tuado, he was calm.
Yeah.
And I feel like anyway, backup coach.
Technical director.
But I didn't see him much. I didn't see him much. And it was Otto who was doing all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the time. Anyway, Chris, we love you and we're expecting something extraordinary. We know you can do it. That's why Guardians supported you. So they gave him the job purposely because he can do it.
Jefflos, I want to talk about the expectations, lowering the expectations of Ghanaians on Chris Hughton.
I think that is the best thing for us to do at the moment. You know, it's always the hope that kills. It's always the hope that kills. Because when you look at our performance in recent times, I mean, for the past more than 30 years, we've not been able to win the AFCON.
Yeah.
You understand? In the last 3 editions of the AFCON, we haven't been able to even get to a semi-final. So it should tell you that, you know, we are on a decline. So if we want to, you know, go up, we have to take, you know, a gradual step. You get it? You don't have to just rush and get up from, let's say, 0 and want to go to 2. You have to start from 0-1 before you go to 2.
Yeah, of course.
So let's reduce our expectations for him, reduce the pressure for him. It's a national team job, not just any country, Ghana. There's going to be pressure. I know he knows that and he expects that, but let's reduce it a little bit so that he can have enough time and, you know, enough confidence to do his job.
Of course. Now we are up against Angola in the AFCON qualifiers on Wednesday. That is 25th Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday. Thursday or Wednesday?
I think Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah. Now let's talk Ghana's first 11 against Angola. What would our
25th?
25th, yeah.
25th is Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
No, that's the return leg, I think.
Yeah. Saturday.
Okay. So let's talk about the first 11 of Chris Hughton. What players are we expecting in there, James?
For the goalkeeper, I expect Walcott. I mean, I think he did well for the time in the World Cup. Yeah. But I think if everybody is fit, he might want Walcott as the first choice keeper. With regards to the defensive setup, probably Jiku Amate partnership in the middle. I think Dennis Odoi ahead of Tariq because Tariq has fitness issues at the moment.
Yeah.
Left back, I think
Seydou is injured, so I think Gideon Mensah will be fit in there.
Gideon Mensah takes the place. Midfield, Salis, Partey. I think Trey is out for the season.
Yeah.
So a combination of these two, and then maybe if you can get someone to carry the ball for it, I think it might be a step up too soon for Barnier to play that role in the middle of the park, but you can find somebody to do that. Inaki is on a goal drought, but I still think his efforts up front can help create space.
Yeah.
Play Kudus behind him if possible, so that when Inaki moves, Kudus goes for it, and then your Suleimana and maybe Isayako or any other dynamic winger.
Okay. Tovlos.
The Chris Hughton I know from the Brighton days, I think he likes playing the 3-back system.
Yeah.
So with a 3-back system, for me, I think he's going to go with Jojo Walcott in goal.
Okay.
So the right back, I think he would prefer Tariq Lamptey, but then with his fitness issues that James raised earlier on, probably he might stick with Dennis Odoi, not to complicate the whole fitness issue. So Dennis Odoi at right wing back. The 3 centre backs is going to be Salisu, Jiku, and Amati. And then the left wing back is going to be Gideon Mensah. Then so it's going to be 3-4-3. So the double midfielders is going to be Salis and Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
And you play Kudus as false 9 with Jordan Ayew on the left side and Inaki Williams on the right side.
Why Kudus as false 9? What's happening to Inaki?
Inaki. I think Inaki will be better suited for us on the right wing. He's very good when it comes to attacking from that side. There are some strikers that are really, really dangerous attacking from the wing. Example, Darwin Nunes. Example, Thierry Henry.
So why don't we play him as a striker?
With Inaki? He does.
He
does.
So you start from there.
Yes, so he can switch. Side. Yes, he can switch with Kudus at any time because Kudus can equally play on the left wing as well. So Jordan will be on the other side as well. So I think this particular team is very resolute. It's very strong to start with. I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect for us.
But where would be a better fit for Kudus? Kudus as a false 9 or Kudus in the midfield?
As for me, Kudus, I think 6 and 8. Partey and Kudus would have been the best.
Okay.
Partey, Kudus would have been
and
the best.
Salis. So maybe a 3.
Maybe Salis would join, but on a different role. But when it comes to midfield battling, Kudus is very skillful, brilliant, intelligent. Partey is also the same.
Yeah.
So at least pushing one up front, being offensive midfielder, and the other one being defensive midfielder. That is where the whole issue comes in.
Yeah.
But if Salis is, I've seen Salis play. Salis is that.
Yeah, that's my player.
He battles a lot.
You
I
can't
mean,
touch
he's
him.
got that sort of Wakaso sort of.
Yeah.
But Wakaso is that robust type, very strong than Salis. But Salis is also good. But I would love to see Partey and Mohammed Kudus
in the middle,
6 and 8 in the middle, because Mohammed Kudus is also strong, very, very, very strong and robust. Partey, as equally as it is, he's also good, very strong. But in terms of brilliance and delivering, you see, when we went to the African Cup and the World Cup, the loopholes and the deficits, some of these things that we saw, those sort of things that distracted us, were the delivery, the supply. The midfielders were not supplying balls to Inaki. Inaki would do almost all the run, but the balls were not coming. Are you getting the whole thing? So if we have brilliant midfielders like Kudus, who can handle the ball, Kudus can even play 10.
Yeah,
he's a midfielder, but at the same time, he's a schemer.
So why don't we just make him play as a number 10?
That's
free roll.
That is where the problem comes in, because there are a lot of players who could play the number 10 position. Okay, because Kudus, playing for the national team, you have to build. It doesn't start just for one day.
But the big question is, in Ajax, where has he been deployed to? Is it a false 9 as a striker?
As a free roll or something. Maybe a front line as a free roll.
You see, in Ajax, this season he's more deployed as a false 9.
Yeah.
And I think he's gained more confidence into that particular role at this moment. That is the reason why I would want us to play him there. Because when you look at the 3-back system that I spoke about, we don't have the traditional number 10 role there. It is the what do you call it? The number 9 in this who drops down. So for example, when you look at Liverpool, the days of Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah and Firmino always drops deep. He plays the number 10 role in as much as it's the false 9. So I think exactly. So I think Kudus was fit that role perfectly. Now about having Kudus in the midfield is brilliant, because I saw him play as a number 8 and sometimes number 6 in his early days in Ajax. But the only problem I have with him is sometimes, because he loves to go forward too much, or he loves to hold on to the ball, sometimes he goes and his positioning is poor. You understand? He leaves a lot of spaces. Sometimes he wants to dribble at the back. He might get intercepted.
I think his recovery rate is also good.
Yes,
that is why I said maybe Salis had been that sort of defensive star. But as for Kudus, you see more of this sort of offensive ability. His offensive ability is more. So playing him at the offensive side and making Partey draw a little bit back behind, that would have been fantastic. Because as for Partey, Obetimi could loop ball from any other angle and give it to whoever. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So playing Partey as 6 and playing Mohammed Kudus as offensive, 8, that would have been perfect.
But we all know that Kudus' ability is to drive the ball forward.
So that is why he's an offensive.
So that's why the number 10 is the very best for him.
Exactly.
Make him play the free role.
He can play the free role. And at this moment, he's on a scoring spree. He has 20 goals all competitions this season, which is fantastic. So you can tell clearly that psychologically he feels the confidence to score goals. The confidence to give assists and create chances is there. So I think he will be of more service. He will be more efficient, more offensively for us. You understand? We can get more assists, more goals, more chances creation for him from that free role position that we are talking about.
Yeah, of course.
And I like the fact that we are having this debate about who is starting here, who is starting now. It tells us about the quality of players that we have now in our team. You understand? Now we are even torn between starting Salis or benching Salis, playing him here on number 8 or number 10. So it shows the quality that we have there. So I think our national team is going to get exciting with time. So we just have to naturally for them small, then let's see what happens.
Okay, cool. So Angola versus the Black Stars at the Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium. What should we expect? Is it a done deal for the Black Stars?
No, please.
Let me first hear from James. The way James is saying no. Like, Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium. We don't lose game over now.
You are going to your favorite ground, but the problem here is your coach's first game and it's a qualifier.
Oh, but he has been with the team for a quite long time. So
true.
He's not a first game as
he has been with the team for a long time. But that's the thing. This is the first one where your performances are actually going to determine our reaction towards you.
Okay.
Now we could give you the benefit of the doubt. You are in the back line. Now you are on the front lines. So now we want, like he said, he wants to see you bring out your personality on the pitch.
Okay.
you can't be open too much. Angola has nothing to lose. So I don't expect it to be a done deal. I would have actually preferred that the away leg was first, so that he can ease into it.
Yeah, then come back home and and
it is what it is. He has to try and make.
That is sort of the pressure on the Black Stars right now.
Yeah.
Get your results, like with number of goals at the Kumasi Baba Sports Stadium before you go away.
I mean, I like the fact that this is not a knockout phase.
Yeah.
It's a group stage, so the pressure isn't going to be that much. You don't necessarily have to score too many goals. You just have to amass more points. My last memory of Ghana playing against Angola was in, I think, 2010 in the African Cup in Angola. Yeah. You know, that Baby Jet wonderful goal against them in Luanda. It was fantastic. I think it was a 1-0 or 2-0. Yeah. I'm not too sure, but I remember that we won against them in their own backyard in Luanda. So they come into Kumasi. Angola, they are not in a really, really good form of late. Yeah. I don't know why. I think their league is even doing better. The likes of Petro, Luanda, they are playing better football. They are even getting into the group stages of African competitions. But then the national team is not really gelling. So I think we can use that to our advantage, capitalize on it, and win by, let's say, 2 or 3 goals margin. And so that the next, when we go there, it's not going to be that difficult for us to, gain more points.
I think we're going to use much more experience to beat the Angolians. Okay. I always tell people that when it comes to football, we have the qualities, we have the sort of character that makes us unique compared to almost all these countries. Yeah. So that character alone is enough for us to be able to, gel on or propel on to be able to make sure that victory will be ours on that fateful day. So I think we will win that particular match.
Okay. All right. Cool.